Yes, sir. We are back with another episode of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice on the guy. It's me, really raw, feeling raw. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Okay, not the best day, not the worst of days, 1 and 2, unfortunately. Hooked on Amin Thompson. You know when you're sitting here and you have a bet and you're waiting, like, hey, let's see if I can get this in overtime. Well, I got 2 overtimes, and Amin Thompson went down before the first one, and he was standing on the side trying to stretch out his leg. He didn't get back in. I I mean, granted, it shouldn't have got to overtime, but I had 2 extra overtimes and he couldn't get in overtime because of the leg injury, and I get hooked. Cool. Austin Reeves flies over. Great. Nothing to worry about. Rui, never again. Now I know. This is what happens. Sometimes you got to touch the stove and know it's hot. Now I know. Rui's not leaving that 3 point line. I don't know what's going on with the game plan and utilizing his skill set. He didn't leave the 3 point line the entire night. I think actually all his attempts were 3 point attempts. Don't quote me on that. Maybe go back and double check me, but don't quote me. I think all his attempts were 3 point attempts. So it is what it is. Now I know. Not gonna happen again. Okay. So have 3 plays that I want to give out to you. Do want to get to that. But first, I have to make sure I talk to you about Hard Rock Bet. Make sure you go log in and tap in with Hard Rock Bet. They have all the streaks going on in their Hard Rock Bet stats hub. Hornets have failed to cover the spread in 10 straight games as a home favorite. The Cavs have covered the spread as a road underdog against Eastern Conference teams 8 times in a row. And also on a 7-game win streak against the Atlantic Division. So, good little nugget for the Cavs there. We're going to talk about that a little later. If you haven't already, make sure, new customer, go bet $5. And if that bet wins, you get $150 additional bonus bets. So, all week, Hard Rock Bet has the NBA parlay boost for the games. Make sure you go get that. And since it's Wednesday, you know that it is the last day for the legendary rewards drop. So you can go get that on a Thursday. Get it now, the legendary rewards drop for this week. And then Thursday is when next week has the rewards drop. So you can get 2 drops back to back if you haven't already gotten the one for this week. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit. All right. Let's see here. Cleveland Cavaliers on the road going to play the New York Knicks. I will fade. Well, first of all, this is my New York Knicks. So
Bing bang.
I will fade my New York Knicks
Bing bang.
today because I'm going to take the Cavs. Team total over 114 and a half here. Multiple reasons. Looking at the injury report, Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson are both out for this game. Those are 2 of the better defenders for the New York Knicks, especially Josh Hart out on the perimeter with the Knicks team, who I believe what I've seen in preseason is that they're still going to struggle guarding out on the perimeter right here. You hear Mike Brown in his news press conferences and all that. He talks about preaching transition defense and getting out in transition. This team wants to play fast, so I think the pace is going to be picked up in this game, but I just don't think this is the personnel, nor is it late enough in the season where Mike Brown's really got this team going to have them all the way locked in on the defensive side of ball here. I think there's going to be some lapses. I don't think transition defense is 100% going to be there. And this Cavs team is fine running with pace, just like how the Mike Brown wants to play with pace. I think that out of the half court, the Cavs are going to be able to pick on Brunson and Cat defensively and score the basketball 114 and a half. They got over this in 2 of the 4 last season. I think that this Cavs team offensively still should be a problem. And I think they're still going to have their moments. There could be a big Donovan Mitchell game in here as well. I just don't think defensively that this is exactly where the Knicks want to be to start the season. And I will bet on the Cavs to exploit that. So I am fading my Knicks early. Give me the Cavs. Team total over 114 and a half here. Cavs very, very good to this team total last season. They went over this 71% of the time. All right. Now, before I get to my other two plays, because I do have two more plays for you here today. But first, I want to make sure I talk to you about the prop bet cheat sheet. If you don't have that prop bet cheat sheet, you should go get it over there in the Betting Pros app, where, hey, all you have to do is just head over there to prop bet cheat sheet in the app, look through it, and see what player props you like. There's so much going on, so much to share. It's where our projections meet the sportsbook lines, and it's updated daily: points, rebounds, assists. And just take your knowledge, take how you feel with it, and look through the prop bet cheat sheet. Maybe it's something you align with in there, and it has great EV. Look at that, 40% EV on this fake prop right here by Tyrese Maxey. That would be a great play to back. So go over there, get the prop bet cheat sheet. Visit bettingpros.com/NBA props or download the Betting Pros app. All right. Now let's get to the last game that I want to talk to you about. The Boston Celtics going up against the 76ers, Philadelphia 76ers. Celtics laying 2.5. 227.5 is the total. I do like player props in this game. I think that the books are a little bit timid in setting some of the lines exactly where they should be setting them at. Let's start with Joel Embiid here. I'm going to take Joel Embiid to go over 25.5 points in this game. I'm sorry, 24.5 points. That is to score 25 points. It is jumping up to 25.5 here, but I got it here at 24.5. I like him to go over this line. Joel Embiid flies over this line all the time. It's just health. It's always been a matter of health with Joel Embiid. Is Joel Embiid, Professor Glass, healthy to play? Okay, check yes. If check yes, take the prop. Now, second part, is he going to finish the game? If he finishes the game, okay, cool, check that. More than likely, he soars over this prop. Joel Embiid is a very, very good big. And if you've been following me from the NBA Gambling Podcast, I've talked about it in years for a long time, since I've been doing it all the way back since 2020, is that, hey, I believe you start your centers against the Celtics. The Celtics in the interior post have not been the best defending team. That is the one area where you could say, hey, man, this is a place where if you are a good, super emphasis on good, great, legendary, all that above. If you are one of those type of post centers, you have good days against the Celtics. You can get them rebounding the basketball. You can have them scoring the basketball. I think that this is a very good opportunity where Joel Embiid is going to be able to constantly get to his spot when he's battling Nemes or Sam Hauser or whoever, honestly, the big is for the Celtics right now. I think that Joel Embiid is going to be, he's got the size to shoot over him. Like, he's got the strength. I think he's going to constantly get to his spot and be able to just knock down his shot. So I like Joel Embiid. He's been over this in 6 of his last 8 games against the Celtics. So I like him to go over 24.5 points here. And for the second play, it's going to be Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5 points as well, because, as everybody knows, no Jason Tatum. No Tatum in this go around. However, so it's going to be the Jaylen Brown show. And when Jaylen Brown plays without Jason Tatum, he feels a little bit more free. He understands the pressure that's on him this season to kind of carry this team and not let this be a dead season. And I really think that Jaylen Brown is going for a scoring title. And when I look at it, Paul George is out for this game. Who's guarding Jaylen Brown? Like, who's serious? Like, when you think about who's guarding Jaylen Brown? Who's going to stop Jaylen Brown from getting to his spot, getting his shot, getting to the rim, the shooting on the outside from 3? Like, I think that this is a Jaylen Brown carries game. So I like the stars in this Sixers and Celtics game. Jaylen Brown's been over 50% shooting in 3 of the last 4 games against the 76ers team. He feels comfortable hitting his shot. Now the volume's going to go up with no Tatum, and I expect for him to be able to have a really big game here. I think 25.5 here is conservative. And honestly, I think Jaylen Brown's going to be closer to 30 points per game for majority of the season. So those are the plays that I have for you today. We're going with Cavs team total over 113.5. We've got Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5 points. And we got Joel Embiid to go over 24.5 points. And there we go. With that, I'm at @RulyRail__. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just kind of like this. We are out of here.